Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are currently on our way over to the ISS to deliver our payload, and we're going to be heading off here in about 40 seconds. Let's warp forward a little bit. 30 seconds, 20, 10, and 210 mark right now. Okay, phenomenal. So off we go at our teeny tiny little thrust. It's absolutely adorable. But of course, we could have much higher thrust if we wanted to. We, don't. We don't want to, that's for sure. Ooh, overshot this a bit. 1.5 meters per second is probably not a big deal. Yeah, we're gonna call this good. 4.8 kilometers. This is actually slightly better than it would have been. So we're going around this direction. We're going to warp on over. And let's get ourselves into target mode here. Phenomenal. We know we have about 100 meters per second to work with, so for our first correction here, I'm going to be going towards target. Yeah, this will be absolutely fine. So we're going to need to push... No. Towards target, we pull the node. We need to pull the node around over this direction. Phenomenal. So over we come, we're increasing our speed to target. We'll call that good. How are we doing? 0.4, apparently. Okay, we're going to warp on in, actually, 1 minute until... this is fine. We'll warp like 20 seconds forward. We'll go around to relative velocity minus. It wasn't very long of a warp, of course, and we're going to need to start braking here very, very soon. Where is the station? I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Fantastic. Cool. So we can see that we are a ways out. I'm going to do a quick corrective burn here. Going to go this direction. There we go. That also slowed us down about 20 meters per second. So that sounds good. We've got 147.4 more to slow down. So let's just park at relative velocity minus for now. And let's wait until we get within about 2 kilometers here. 2.2, 2.1, and 2 kilometers. Okay. So we're braking. And we're going to bring this down a ways. Down to like 20-ish meters. No, we're going to keep braking. We're a lot closer than I thought we were. Okay. Cool. So we're just going to keep braking this down. Somewhere around 10. Okay. Now I'm going to do a small corrective burn here. Kill rot, please. That would be nice. So small corrective burn. There we go. We're about 300 meters per second apart. And let's hop over to relative velocity minus. Phenomenal. So I believe we're going to be depositing right up over here. We don't have a docking port, though, so we're going to have to put the docking port that we brought along, which is right here. We're going to have to install that before we get this installed, which is absolutely fine. So we're coming in at about 6.9 meters per second here, and I think we are probably on a collision course right now. So let's just slow this on down. We do not want to collide. 5 meters per second. This is not where we want to be. We want to be over on the other side of the station. Okay, so let's bring this to a complete halt then. About like that. And we're going to go to kill rot, and we're going to head on around to the far side of this station. Now, our solar panels are kind of awkwardly positioned here. So I want to... Oh, overshooting. Okay. I want to angle us around here or so. And we're going to start moving at about 5 meters per second. And let's orient backwards now. We just need to get over onto the other side of the station. So this is fine. Then we're going to need to move up and park somewhere around over here. Okay. Let's start decelerating a bit here. Bringing it down to under a meter per second. We weren't exactly on the node, though. So it was running away from us a bit there. Cool. We'll call that good. We'll go to kill rot. And now we need to move... Which way are we going here? This way. Cool. So we'll position ourselves somewhere around here or so. Not exactly there, actually. We're going to need to head down this direction. I'm a little concerned about our tail clipping in here, so I'm going to orient like this. And then we're going to move at about 1 meter per second, relative velocity minus. We don't want to impact this over here, although if we did, we do have repair kits. Although I don't think we can actually EVA repair these. We might have to bring up a replacement if we end up damaging it in any way. But for now, this will do absolutely fine. We do have our berthing mechanism here, which is awkward, but that's okay. We're in approximately the right location now. So I'm going to bring this on down. 0.5 meter per second. We can actually go a little further here. There we go. About there. Cool. So that'll do for now. Now I'm going to orient us this way. We're a little ways out, but that is by design. I do want to have Bill EVA now. And Bill, you can let go and hop on over this direction. Now, we're going to need to grab this guy. We might need to bring it over. Yeah, that's all the range we've got. Okay, so we're going to grab that. We need to orient it like so and just attach it right there. It does create some jiggling and some rolling there, which is awkward for us, but we'll just freeze physics like so. Phenomenal. And now we can... I don't want to turn off the RCS pack, thanks. Now we can head back in. Okay. So we'll just hop on up here. Grab that, and we'll board. Cool. So now we can work on deploying this guy. So we can set this target angle... Oh, wait. I'm dumb. We have this strutted down so that it doesn't move around on us. Yeah, we should definitely unstrut that. There we go. That'll help. So now we can bring this on up. We do have a bit of relative velocity, so let's position ourselves to deal with that. And let's rotate this guy on up, like so. Phenomenal. This relative velocity feels very awkward indeed. Okay, just something kind of like that. Next, we are going to set this guy as our target. And we need to figure out our correct orientation for this. So we have an empty slot here, right? So this is our bottom one. The bottom one needs to be angled. I'm referencing the image that we used previously. The bottom one is exactly opposite of this guy. Okay. Noted. We may end up moving this. I'm not 100% certain. It looks reasonably lined up. But we know that this right here needs to be facing directly away from it. So for now, that's reasonably fine. We can orient ourselves. We can control from here. We can point at target. And I'm watching this to see just how much shaking we end up getting here. There's a little bit. We might want to strut it in, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to have Bill EVA here. I'm going to strut this into this position just to make sure that it does not continue to shake. There we go. Just to give it a tiny bit of stability there. And then this guy here, we would want to point at it, right? So for right now, what I want to do is I want to just angle ourselves a little bit here. So I want to turn RCS on, and I want to go, let me think here, this direction, approximately. So we're heading towards target right now, but what we really want to be doing is actually heading upwards a little bit. So this is forward and back. I want to control from here. Stop it. Stop it. I messed that up. RCS was on, and that's actually a problem. So I want to control from here. I want to go to target velocity up. Or relative velocity up, I should say. We don't want to be too close here yet. We're not in the right orientation for this. So let's kill our relative velocity for the moment. That'll do. Okay. So kill rot. And at this point, we know that this guy here needs to be facing directly away. So we know that we need to be coming in about like this, right? I want to control from here. We are controlled from there. Okay. So we need to point this so that the station is now pointing at this, right? So we need to move this direction a little bit. Or we can just rotate the station. And honestly, that's by far the easiest way to do this. So we're just going to control from here. We're going to set this as target, and we're going to point the station at the target for right now. Now, this will pick up some wiggling here, and some pretty copious wiggling at that. Let's just get it into approximately the right position, freeze the physics, and then put it on kill drop. Okay, something kind of like that. Now I want to point at the target here. Okay. The station has some severe issues. There's no doubt about that. Please point at the target. Okay, we'll call that good. And the SAS is off on the station. Okay, so next we're going to need to orient this in such a way. Let's see here. Orient this in such a way that this is directly opposite of this thermal control system, right? That would be the idea here. So we're going to start heading in at a very gentle 0.2 meters per second. Okay. RCS is off for now. And this guy is the one that needs to be exactly opposite. So we know that we need to rotate around to about here. We're going to have to adjust our trajectory, which is unsurprising at this juncture. But there we go. Trajectory has been adjusted. And that is approximately correct. I think we can maybe rotate it a little further, like this or so. Okay, now I'm going to hop over to the station. We're going to fold this guy out of the way here. Okay, there we go. This is looking approximately correct. Emphasis on approximately. It's definitely going to be a little bit awkward to get this put in here. Now, this guy here, is that going to have to be removed? Is this put in upside down? I think it might be. That's reasonably fine if it is. We can remove that, but it was not intended to remain on here. So for now, that's fine. We can see that our angling is definitely a little bit off. Docking forces should be taking over here quite soon, though. There they go. And we're lined up. Okay, beautiful. So SAS is currently off. Let's just freeze the physics. There we go. So this thing is attached, and it's in a pretty good orientation here, I have to say. So at this point, we want to undock this, although we may not want to do it exactly now. And I think we have enough fuel to get home. I don't think we need to bring any of this fuel. Although the fuel does increase instability on the station quite a lot, this section down here is not intended to remain here, right? So that's definitely something that we could do, is remove fuel here. And if we just got rid of this section, that would increase stability quite a bit. So that's maybe not the worst idea to refuel these, just for the purposes of getting rid of this section and increasing station stability. Now, this is still not supposed to remain here. I want to be clear about that. It's definitely not supposed to. This is going to be more than enough fuel to return home. That's for sure. And that does mean that we can now ditch this guy. And that should increase station stability quite a lot, because the mass is no longer all concentrated down here, and that was a big part of the reason why it was wiggling like that, because one side was moving a lot easier than the other side. So that'll increase stability dramatically. At this point, I want Bill to EVA. We're going to unstrut this because we're going to be leaving here shortly. There we go. And then you can hop back in, Bill. Now we are going to undock here. So we undock here. I think this is facing the wrong direction. Confirmed. So Bill, you're going to EVA again, and we are just going to grab that docking port off of there. That docking port is not intended to remain. So we're just going to slap that guy in here. Okay, and apparently we're now heading back into the station. Let's get ourselves control from here, please. Hang on. That's forward and back. I can't remember what the up and down ones are. There we go. Got there in the end. Phenomenal. That shouldn't have been that complicated. Okay. Now, if I recall correctly... Hang on a moment. Something's not right here. I've messed something up. I'm going to set this as our target. I'm going to head over to... It doesn't really matter whether I'm on relative velocity plus or minus here. Let's get a little bit of distance here. Something is built incorrectly here, and specifically, it's these solar panels, or this solar panel. We're going to need to do something about that. We did kind of clip the station a bit there. Okay, so RCS, and let's freeze the physics. Cool. There we go. We're not ready to leave just yet. Bill, you've got more work to do here. So you're going to let go, and we are going to make our way back over here because these are installed incorrectly. Which one is installed incorrectly, though, is the question that we have to ask here. So let me consult our diagram, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. These are supposed to be in line with the bottom here. So yes, it is this one that is installed incorrectly. Now then, we're going to detach it, and I'm just going to put it here temporarily. Then we're going to detach this one, and that goes up at the top, actually. And that's why this was installed incorrectly, because it goes... I need to find the right rotation for it. That's not the right rotation. And with us drifting, that makes it kind of awkward. Okay, that's not the right rotation there, but sure. We just need to fix our drift right now. Okay, so something kind of along the lines of this. There we go. Actually, I probably should just use the rotate tool at this point. So the rotate tool would allow us to bring this on over. I want to enable snapping. And we want this to be... The drifting is making this complicated. I don't think that's the direction we want it. No, it is not. That's the direction we want it. Okay, back into the move tool, or rather the place tool. Phenomenal. And we want to reattach this guy onto that node. Ooh, okay. Hang on. We have a lot of velocity right now. And we need to get it onto here. Not like that. Not like that either. It's... Can we not weld, Bill? Thanks. I'd like you to steer. A ladder would make this a lot easier. No doubt about that. But we're not here for easy. Okay. Snapping is currently on. But I actually want it off for this. Okay, there we go. Something about like that is correct. Now we swap back to the station. And we set this hinge to be its correct angle. So it's currently 53.6. That's interesting. It's unmotorized. Reset to build angle, please. It's supposed to only be at 90 degrees. That's very interesting indeed. Can we reset it from construction mode? I don't think so. So, I mean, we can't do that due to part attachments. It is unmotorized, which may be my own fault. I mean, it kind of is my own fault. But it's interesting that it's at 58.6 degrees here. Can we adjust this guy from construction mode to fix that? Maybe. I did not mean to grab that. Okay. I want it to be in rotate mode. Sure. There will work. Rotate mode. Okay. It's awkward that we can't steer while in rotate mode, but we can definitely do something kind of like this. There we go. There. That's the snap approximately that I wanted it to be on. But we're going to have to alter it ever so slightly, I think. No? No, we don't. Just go ahead and snap it to this position. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, we're going to call that good as far as this goes. I would like to move this guy and snap it into position here in local coordinates. I want to move it about like that. Okay. That's somewhat better. So now we're going to head back to the shuttle, which is just kind of, you know, chilling out over here. So back to the shuttle we go. We're going to need to brake a lot here. I might have gotten a little zealous on heading back to the shuttle, but inward we go. Cool. And we'll board. Okay. Now back to the station here, and we can unfurl this. So we're now ready to extend this solar panel and extend this solar panel, and we'll extend out these radiators as well. And we'll now replace the existing hinge here. So we'll just put that at, say, a 45-degree angle. Seems to be approximately right. Cool. It's awkward that this likes to move around when we time warp. That definitely does like to move around. Okay, before we leave here then, we're going to have Bill go and strut that down. I think that'll be a good thing. So, Bill, one more job for you. Let's go. I know you've been doing a lot here, Bill, and I would really like it if you don't destroy our Gigantors. But I do want you to come down over here. Conveniently, our struts are, like, right here. So just park about here for now. Hop into construction mode. And let's grab some struts, and I just want to strut these on. 1, 2, 3, and finally 4. There we go. And I'll just stack these together to clean that up. Okay, beautiful. Now we're done here. Wow, Bill was looking kind of demonic for a moment there. Okay, yeah, that's terrifying, Bill. Good job. I hate it when your lighting does that. Cool. Let's head on back to the space shuttle. That took a little longer to install than anticipated, no doubt about that, but all things considered, that wasn't too bad. And at this point, we are basically ready to head back. I don't think there's anything else really to be done here right now. That's pretty much it for the moment. So let's close up our service bay here. Let's head over to orbital retrograde and let's check our angle to see, are we clear to head away from the station at orbital retrograde, or do we have to get distance from the station first? Looks like we're going to be clear to burn away from the station. Just to be safe, though, I'm going to orient our tail up over this direction. Cool. So let's bring this right on down. So away from the station we go. We will be back to the station eventually, but not right now. And it should be a lot more stable than it was, too, which would be a very good thing. It is about time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to bring these guys down to the surface, and we are going to come up with our next module, which I think is a Russian module rather than a shuttle one, which is good, because the Russian ones take less time. The shuttle missions are a lot more complicated, no doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. I'm just taking us down to 80-kilometer periapsis here, which is right there. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.